Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here and you're watching me. Today I am so excited for what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about my internship, which I'm super excited about. It actually ended yesterday, which I'm really sad about. But yeah, we're going to talk about that and what were the ins and outs of that and what I learned from it. And I just want to point out my hair today. I kind of just like washed it and let it dry. It's looking kind of good. And my makeup is very, very minimal because it's hot and nobody wants to have a full face of makeup on. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you think that it's interesting. And if you have any questions about my internship or anything like that, we can just talk about that. I hope you enjoyed this video and let's go on this journey. So basically I did an internship at Mount Sinai West this summer. I'm like trying to figure out when it was. It was this summer, like literally yesterday. And I basically shadowed nurse managers. I got to sit in meetings. I got to see what it was like, their scheduling. I'm sorry, my laptop wants to give me notifications. I got to see what it was like just to be them and kind of like see the struggles that they go through and the positive and joyful moments that they have as well. And there was one nurse manager in particular. We're like best buddies now. And it was funny because I didn't necessarily go in working with him, but I've always ended back with him because he was just a great person, a great leader, a great teacher, and I'm still thankful for that. So this is my badge right here, my volunteer badge. So every day we would have to wear our volunteer badges, of course, and I just carried this notebook with a pen, and it kind of just has like all the notes that I took during these last basically 6 weeks. I had to complete about 135 hours in order for it to be counted as a class, so I am doing this for school. But personally, on a personal level, it's literally been life-changing. To be in rooms with chiefs of nurses and chiefs of hospitals and all that great stuff, that was just very humbling and a very experience that I can never forget. But also just being around the patients and hearing their struggles and seeing some people that were homeless or some people who were coming off drugs, and really just seeing them as human beings and not just kind of like claiming them to be their sickness or their disease. That was a really big thing for me, because sometimes, especially in this process, you confront your biases, and that's not an easy thing to do sometimes, but it was very, very humbling for me. Another thing that was important to me was just seeing the leadership, and one of the nurse managers that I was with, I commend him because, you know, some of the like scut work or whatever, or like the work that managers don't have to do, like taking a patient to the bathroom or changing a bed, those are things that they don't have to do because they're the manager, of course. And just like any regular job, managers don't do the other things that their employees do. But it was nice to see that although there was managers and people under them and people over them, everybody worked as a team. Everybody got what the job needed to be done. Everybody got it done. And I thought that that was just amazing, especially as a leader of myself. Sometimes we could get so focused on, oh, you're under me. And it's like, no, we're all on the same team. We all have the same goal. And in this instance, it was to make sure that the patient was comfortable and that the patient was receiving the best care that they could. Another thing for me that was amazing was the connections and the bonds that I built through this internship. I was only there for 6 weeks, and I feel like I somewhat know these people, not all the way, but I somewhat know their stories, and I somewhat know their triggers of when they get stressed out or when things are great in their lives, and kind of just been like a witness to that. And also I have a completely new perspective and respect for the hospital system. I mean, most of the times when we think of a hospital, we think of the clinical work. And this time I got to think of, wow, this is a system and an organization, and sometimes you don't get to do things because you want to, but you have to follow laws, procedures, just different things that sometimes you're not allowed to do what you want to do. And those systems are set up there so that you're protected and that the patient is protected. And that was one thing that I didn't really I knew about it, but I didn't necessarily acknowledge it before. And now I'm like, yeah, definitely. Like, you can't just be like, oh, let me just help you here. But it's like, no, because there's laws and procedures that don't allow you to do that, and these are the reasons why. And it's never to harm you, it's always to protect you. And I think that that's important, and important to follow as well. And then, of course, in certain instances, it's best to bend the rules a little bit to help that person out. But for most part, I think it's important that there's laws, procedures, and things that you go by to keep you accountable and make sure that you're responsible for that. So I think that that was really important. And so, yeah, I mean, I was in the psych ward. I was in the NICU. I was in the opioid treatment area. I was in the cardiac unit. I mean, I felt like I was all over the place. But I think what touched me the most was the detox unit, and how these people are normal people, regular people who have this disease and struggle, whether it be with alcohol, whether it be with opioids, whether it be with marijuana, whether it be with I can't remember the other drugs at the moment, but just regular people. And it's like, wow, we really have to be, I think, more sympathetic to those type of people, because we kind of look down on them because of what they struggle with. And the reality is that we have same exact struggles in other areas, whether that be through lying, whether that be through drinking. It could either just be through gossiping. We all have struggles. So seeing them in that light helped me see a spiritual perspective of, we're literally all humans, no matter class, no matter race, no matter what drug you choose to be addicted to. We're all humans and we all struggle. And it was important to just notice that and kind of like change my perspective and remove some of the biases that I had towards them and towards just people who don't look like me, you know? And that was important to note. So overall, it was just such a humbling experience, and something, I'm not gonna cry, okay? But the connections that I built at Mount Sinai is just amazing, and I do love those people so much, and I've seen them dedicate their heart. I've seen them dedicate and sacrifice family time and relationship time just for the hospital, just for the people, just for a better cause. And that pushes me to be greater. That pushes me to want to help people even more than what I ever imagined or dreamed. And it really just shows, for me, it just shows me God's heart for us. I mean, if I have that heart and I don't know these people, imagine God's heart towards us when we're struggling, when we're sick, when we're feeling defeated, and He still reaches after us, and He still chases us, and He still wants to be our healer. Man, that's just powerful, and I'm just so thankful for God's love and for them being that example and that influence to me to reflect what He is to me. And I think that that is cool and amazing. And moving forward in that, I didn't mention this to anyone before because I wanted to make sure it was official, but I recently got an opportunity to teach kindergarten at a private school that I know of and that I attended, and I'm super excited about it. But just like going to Mount Sinai, I'm an introvert, so just like going to Mount Sinai and facing my fears and kind of like stepping out of the box definitely is with teaching as well, because it's something that I've never think or thought of doing. I mean, I'm a psychology major. All I know is psychology. All I want to do is psychology. And God has just been opening the medical field, teaching, like education, and all those things. And I think for me, in the beginning, I was very hesitant to even like say yes or to even go on an interview. But I thought of all the amazing people that has influenced my life, all my elementary teachers, high school teachers. Maybe some of them I didn't agree with, or maybe some of them we had different views. But just to remember some of the influences that they've had in my life, and also people outside of those in church or like in school or in college, and thinking of all those people, I was like, wow, if I can be that to a student, like, that's amazing, you know? So I'm so excited because with in September, I'll be starting to teach kindergarten. It's official, and I'm super excited. And I'm just so thankful to God because He's been opening all these open doors that have just been so unexpected. But like I was speaking to my friend and she said something that just like struck me. She was like, sometimes we constantly ask God like, oh God, open this door. Oh God, do this. And she's like, when He's ready and He does let it go and like releases everything, you have to make sure that you're prepared because when He sends it, it's gonna come like a flood. And that's literally how it's been. It's like from one thing to the next. So I've been extremely busy and I haven't been able to make any like videos or any content, but I'm gonna try to like make a schedule and kind of like be better at that. Like I don't want to let go this because of I got this. Like I want to stay consistent to what I committed to. But what I will ask you to do is just pray for me. If you have any supplies that you want to send to me for my kindergarten class, that would be great. And yeah, I hope to stay connected with my Mount Sinai family. They're my family now. And also enter this new journey. And I'm going to be praying for you as well. Like, I pray that open doors come your way as well. So I would definitely be praying for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, I hope that you like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. And let me know if you have any content ideas. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Peace out. Bye.